Hey, Tony Gasson here popping in. Now another episode of Talks with Tony, and Lord willing now that this is the second one. Hey, hold on right quick, cause I forgot to get my ring. All right, y'all forgive me. You know, last night I took my ring off because I had a cheese plate, and I'm actually a little bit allergic to cheese. So I took my ring off, my wedding ring, it's my left hand if the camera flipped. And I had to block a lady because she argued with me because when I used to shoot on Instagram live, the camera will be flipped. So this is my left hand, but it'll be over here. And you could see the words above my head said dream. And you could see the words was backwards because the camera flipped. Tony, why is your ring on your right hand, not your left? What is up with that? I see something going on. So I respond, ma'am, the camera is flipped. Well, he knocking like the police. One second now. Eat that back. Yes, sir. What happened? Oh, wow. I'm glad you saw that, though.
I remember your name.
Yeah.
So I gotta do it separate. So can you just say it?
Oh,
I got you.
okay.
I already know. I already knew it was you. Regardless of this.
Yeah.
I remember that last thing you asked me. I remember this one.
Yeah.
You guys are the only ones on the street that always has signatures in front of them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's down. No. I gotta get back in here and notarize it.
Right.
This is what I get on my supervisors about. And they take somebody like, you know, these newer drivers that are coming up and bump me off of like this route to another driver on. They keep me on the same freaking route.
Right. Yeah.
You'll get better customer service,
Right.
less problems with the route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it seems like that's what they do to me. When they got a route that's a major cluster,
Yeah.
cluster route,
Yeah.
they throw me off the straight route.
Okay. Good. Veteran. But yeah, I'm glad.
Job security.
Right. Right.
I've been doing it 8 years. So.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
Yes, sir.
Better than me taking it back and going, hey, no such address and giving it to my clerk and you wouldn't get it for tomorrow.
Exactly. I appreciate that. All right. Hey, hold on now. Hold on. Hey. Nah. Hey, let me see some. Hey, y'all forgive me now. Hey, y'all forgive me now. Listen. Please forgive me on this one now. Because you know, I don't edit no videos now. Because I ain't got that kind of time. Alright? I ain't got that kind of time. So y'all forgive me. Hopefully you fast forward it if you need to fast forward. I ordered something for my wife. Something else just came. He banging on the door. So I had to go get that package. That was from FedEx. These two packages come from UPS. I had to sign for that. The lady who sent me the package, I'm finna write her. Let her know. Ma'am, don't ever in your life again let me spend like that with you and then you do my address wrong. She did the address wrong. So, but luckily this guy, my wife be ordering from Amazon like it's going out of style. So he knew when he see our last name, it come here, even though the address was wrong. Look at that. Look at God. And so y'all forgive me on that one right there, okay? And because you here, this way I do my YouTube. And right now, for pre-order, I got my YouTube course where I'm gonna share with you how I started my YouTube and the way I do my YouTube in a simplistic way. For those of you who say, listen, Tony, I don't know how to edit videos. I don't have this fancy camera equipment. You're gonna see how I shoot mine. Very simple. And how YouTube is a six-figure thing for a lot of YouTubers. And it's very real for me that YouTube, they pay people. And y'all know because you watching advertisements. So, hey, y'all got to give me a little piece of that now, YouTube. Come on now. Don't be putting the ads, and they getting ready. YouTube say they getting ready to start putting ads on stuff that's not monetized. So, you'll see the link to the online courses in the description. And I'm letting you know that because you watching this here video, or if you already done got a course, then you got an email this morning. But everybody don't have a course. And if you cannot afford a course, go to the link in the description, TonyGaskins.academy.com. It's free courses. And you got to just click all courses, and then you'll see I got 2 free courses on there. So that way you just could start. And it's a little different. I'm not like the same on YouTube. On there, I'm teaching. I'm teaching. I teach on YouTube too, but YouTube is a lot more free flowing and just different. The course is a little bit more class like, okay? So it's gonna be a different side of me. And some of them courses I shot, I was way younger, and had braces when I had braces, and so of course it's gonna look a little different too. So y'all forgive me. All right, now, okay. And see, listen, the reason why I ain't starting this over because I just like to be in the flow. I got to be in the flow. I got to be real. I got to be authentic. And it's like, it's YouTubers who do vlogs. And so you watching them just sit and do nothing for 10 minutes. So when I have to go to that door, y'all forgive me on that though. Hi, Tony. I watched all your videos. Came to one of your seminars before. Got books signed by you and got pictures with you. Now, this is a very interesting email because every letter, every word, it has a capital letter. It starts with a capital letter. So I don't know if her phone set like that, but interesting little setting on your phone right here now. I'm very grateful. I'm 26 years old and had my daughter at 18 years old. She's 7 and is very mature for her age. She listens to your videos as well because I play them out loud, mostly when I cook and clean. Hey, I hope she really, be listening and gonna get us some insight because sister gonna be on it. You hear me? How these men running around. Sister gonna be on it. So my question is, how do I help her to deal with the pain that her immature, inconsistent father continue to put her through? He treats her like one of his girlfriends instead of his child. He doesn't act like a parent/father at all and is toxic. He cusses and my daughter tells him she doesn't like it. I don't cuss. He never calls her or sees her. She has to reach out to him, and when she tells him, oh y'all hold on. Wasn't I telling a story about I had to block a lady because my camera was flipped? Is that when the man knocked on the door? So I wrote the lady back, man, the camera flipped. She wrote back, oh, do you think I'm dumb? Do I look like I was born yesterday? That's what you gonna try to pull on me? I said, Lord, is this real or somebody trolling me? It don't matter. Block! Block! That's the kind of stuff I be blocking. People when they got an unsolicited opinion or they trying to just throw shade, trying to make something. Yesterday I blocked the lady because I was talking about the video where the lady she 40 years old. And the lady been with the man 21 years. And I was talking about the lady, what she doing, keep taking him back and how she divorcing him and then keep sleeping with him even though she told him she divorcing him, that she reinforcing his behavior. Somebody gonna come in and comment, how is that not victim blaming? Now, how that's victim blaming and this a 40-year-old who been in a relationship for 21 years old and she ain't getting no hands put on her It ain't none of that right there. She is not no victim. She is a willing participant. She chose to be in this relationship, and she really in control. She really running him around. But somebody who all like to be commenting and then comment, love to beg the differ spirit, but then want to throw accusations, because victim blaming, that's a very bad accusation. That's if you victim blame as a life coach or as anybody, and you go out and say, hey, just like I used the example on my last video, because your skirt was short, that's why that happened to you. See there, it's your fault, because that's victim blaming. That right there, that's brand suicide. So that lady come put that on there, block the devil in you, cause you ought to be, you slap crazy if you think I'm sit on here every day all day as a professional and ain't got enough sense to not be victim blaming. But see, the world we live in, that we don't understand the difference between victim blaming and asking somebody to take accountability for their choices and their actions as a 40-year-old adult. That's the difference. And so, yes, people gonna do what they want to do. People gonna want to do what they want to do. When what we happen into this world, when somebody blow something up or run something, somebody can say, well, that's because of how you treat the rest of the world. That's because of how you going over to these places and you stealing all their oil and you dropping bombs on them, so now they come and do it back. That's why that happened. Somebody could say that. And then what would that be? Would that be victim blaming? Or would that be, listen, you got to be careful how you treat people. It's different stories. It fit differently. So you got to look at each thing differently, because not everything, it's not a one size fit all. So what she asking me about, the way I answer her, it could be somebody else who has a baby daddy and a co-parenting situation, and the answer is different because it may be one sentence in there that was different. So that's how I read these things, and I read into them because I do this every day. But if you don't do this every day, then you're not going to look at something. Just like if you take your car to a mechanic and you're not a mechanic, they can see one thing going on and say, oh, this right here is because of this. You look at that like, oh, I ain't know what that was. So y'all have to realize is when I'm answering these questions, I'm seeing stuff that you're not even seeing. It's one sentence that'll tell me a whole 10 years worth of details that you missed. But that's because I'm trained to do this, because I do this all day, every day. So I done learned over the last 14 years of doing this how to use inference and read between the lines and see what is not necessarily obvious. And a person's tone and little words they say could let me know something about them. And then sometimes I'm looking at a picture too. So I also read people, because I done had enough interaction with thousands of people to where I start to understand how people act based on how the world sees them. You see what I'm saying? So understand when I'm going here, all right? Now, how do I help her to deal with the pain that her immature, inconsistent father continues to put her through? He treats her like one of his girlfriends instead of his child. He doesn't act like a parent/father at all, and is toxic. He cusses, and my daughter tells him she doesn't like it. I don't cuss. He never calls her or sees her. She has to reach out to him. And when she tells him how she feels, he says she hurts his feelings and is disrespectful. So that pushes him away. But before she could even talk/comprehend, he was in and out her life, and I cut it off because that's unhealthy. Then him and his family felt as if I was keeping her from him. But he played/plays too many games. And at this point, I just want to be at peace. And I also want to help my daughter be at peace, but also heal. But yet when he pops back up, what should I do? How do I not show my hurt feelings because of my daughter? Because of my daughter pain. Please help me/my daughter. Thanks. Have a great day. God bless you now. Now see, these situations is always touchy. it's always touchy. But as the parent, you have the ultimate and the final say so. So because parents know better what's better for a child than a child does. Because see, a child, if you let them run the situation, they'll be like a leaf in the wind. And so the child is resilient. That's why she's not crying every day when he's not calling, he's not showing up. She's not crying every day because she has you. A child will cling on to what he or she has versus sitting and just moping over and sulking over what he or she doesn't have. Now, there will be things that trigger those feelings, like someone says, my daddy did this, my daddy did that. That will trigger those feelings. But even that child will be wise enough to say, well, my mommy and daddy didn't work out, but my mommy is amazing. My mommy does this, she does this, she does this. So to me, she's like a mommy and a daddy. And then somebody else says, yeah, you're right. My mommy's like that too. And so that's how children are. She's 7 years old. So 7-year-old is kind of equivalent to like a 10-year-old to 12-year-old boy. Women do mature faster and learn how to feel and articulate feelings faster than boys on average. There are some boys who up there on that same level, but on average, little girls mature faster mentally. Still have their ways, but know how to run a situation. And so what you have to understand is she needs you. She needs all of you. She kind of start to see him like, you hear father and you understand the depths of the word father and you understand the importance of a father as an adult. But her, it's kind of like she can see it and she can sense it, but it's not killing her. It's not breaking her down because of you're her norm. And so he kind of like the fair, you know, the festival that come through once a year. He kind of like that. Like when you hear, okay, cool, corn dogs, you know, funnel cakes, cool rides. And then when you gone, okay, I can't wait till you come back. Can't wait till you come back, but I'm not just going to lie in my bed and stare at the ceiling until you come back around. It's kind of like she'll see him like that. And then when she speaks truth to power, she tell him how she feel. He call it disrespectful because that truth slapping him in the face. Because he know he being sorry. He knows he's a grown boy. He knows he's a sorry excuse for a man. And that hurt worse for a 7-year-old to tell you than it would for you to tell him. So here's the thing. Then his family gets in it because they only hearing one side of the story. See, me personally, what I do, however you got to communicate with them. The same way you wrote this right here to me, that's the same. This a copy and paste that I would send to his mama, to his daddy, or whoever got business, whoever got their nose in the business. Here you go. Since you hearing one side of the story, let me let you hear the other side of the story. Let me let you hear what my daughter feeling and what she going through and what she done told him out her own mouth about how she feel. Let me tell you how he disrespectful and he's so ignorant and immature that he around here cussing around a child. And this his daughter. And he cursing around her. I gotta forgive me, felt like something was in my eye. Commercial break. Look like I had something in my eye though. Just did me some blanking. Cause listen, you'll have people come, Tony, do never touch your eye. Childhood. I serve God. I'm blessed. Covered by the blood. Now listen. So, and no, I do not wear contacts. I do not wear contacts. Do you wear contacts? No, I don't wear contacts. And people just ask me, is those color contacts? I say, listen, for one, I don't know what color my eyes is today because I don't know. But two, you disrespected me by asking me as a grown man, do I wear color contacts? No grown man in the entire world should be wearing color contacts. And you let them know I said that. So please, no, I do not. I have 2015 vision, which is better than 2020 vision, for those y'all didn't know. So now listen. So you tell them that, and you let them know this man cursing around my daughter. This man come in and out. He's not no parent. He's not no father. He treat her like she one of his girlfriends that he just could throw to the side like she concubine. Talk to her like he talking to a girl his age, and just be acting a fool and don't bring any type of responsibility to this situation. He's not a rock for her. He's not somebody she could look up to, she could confide in, she could go to and trust and count on as an adult, as a man, as her father. And so you express that when people put their nose in there, you get right on their nose. Here you go with the truth. Just like that. And then you block them because you're not married to them. This your ex-boyfriend. This ain't your husband. And you 26 years old. So block them. Get them out the business. Don't worry about what other people think or feel, because you know they only know one side of the story. And what you have to do is you got to protect your daughter. So if her heart is hurting with him popping up, disappearing, and he don't reach out to her, she reaches out to him, you can talk to her about that, and see why she reaching out to him. Does she want to talk to him? Don't put her up to reaching out to him. Have you called your daddy? Did you call your daddy? Because she might not even think to call him. She might not want to call him. When she do call and he don't answer, she'll start to realize that realization for herself, like, wow. And then you talk to her. If she listening to my video, she done heard all kind of stuff. So talk to her and say, listen, and break it down in her language. Sometimes adults, they learn and they grow. And it's just like when you do something wrong and I say, look, do not do that. Now you know not to do that again. Well, not every person learns and grows. And so sometimes people take a longer time to change. And so your dad, he is growing and he is learning. And so when you call him, it doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. It means that he's trying to get his life in order. What does in order mean? Well, he's trying to get a job so he can make money. He's trying to heal his heart. His feelings have been hurt by people in his life. He has been mistreated. He maybe was bullied at some point. You helping her understand in her language that basically what you're trying to say, if you talk to an adult, he is sorry, no good, idiot. But you put it in kid language that's nice, to where you're not throwing him under the bus and you're not beating him down to make her hate him. You helping her understand, because truthfully, that's what it is. He got childhood trauma. He has issues. He has insecurities and pain that's blocking and hindering his growth. And as a grown man, he's not doing the work. He's not talking to somebody like a life coach or a counselor to work on those things and heal those things. So he's stuck in this immature place of not realizing the gravity of the situation, not realizing how important it is to be a good father and what father means, and that when you bring a child in the world, you are 100% responsible for that child. And that is your responsibility, and God gonna hold you accountable for anything that child lacks, anything that child misses, anything. As long as you on this earth as a parent and you breathing, God holds the parent accountable for that child pain, for that lifestyle that child is living. When the heart is hurting, God gonna see who brought this child into the world, cause this ain't Jesus. You ain't Mother Mary and you ain't Joseph. So this ain't my second coming or my third coming of my son or my daughter. This you lying down and producing this child. You responsible. So see, he'll be opened up the wrath of God on his life, and he don't even understand that. And so send him this video so he sit down and he'll go ahead and get through it. Hopefully he fast forward when I get my package. But he may not understand the importance of being a father, and he's not thinking about what that could be doing to his daughter and how that could play out in her life. So what you do as the mother on the other end, and I know women get tired, and I know some men get tired who got to play this role too, but I know you get tired as a single parent having to pick up the slack. But guess what? it comes with adulthood. It's the responsibility. Is we can never depend on another human. When you lie on your back or on your stomach to have a child, you are 100% responsible for that child. Yes, you're not making that baby alone, but you cannot depend on another human being. So you have to remind yourself, I am 100% responsible. So I have to do what I have to do to get in position and to get my life in order to take care of the child that I lied down to conceive. So you have to remember that, and you got to give yourself that tough love. Because it's not going to benefit you to just sit and be angry because of what the other parent is not doing. And it's actually going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt your child, because your child is not getting 100% of you. Your child is getting 50% of you, because you snapping on the child, you yelling and you screaming, you chastising the child, you punishing the child for something that they didn't even do, or they do something that's the offense of 1 on a scale of 10, and you give them a punishment that's a 7 out of 10. But it's because them other 6 points that you added to their offense is because of their father or because of their mother not doing what they supposed to do. And now you taking that pain and that stress and that anger and that frustration, you taking it out on that child. And that child don't deserve that. So now your child grow up feeling unloved because they had a daddy that didn't show up, and then they had a mama who got down on them and punished them and mistreated them because the mama angry with the daddy. No, you got to look at it like he don't even exist. And if he's not going to be consistent, then don't let him be in at all. Don't let him be in at all, because a heart is on the line. And that inconsistency could break that child's heart, and you be 100% consistent. And you tell him, listen, if you want to be in, go to court. Go to court and get visitation rights. And then when you get them visitation rights, you still going to have to keep them visitation rights, or I'm going to be in contempt of court. And I'm going to let the court know what's going on. This is a decision, and I'm just saying this, but it's going to be tweaks and, fine twists to this. And this may be something, this type of thing may be something that you work with a coach one-on-one. We got co-parenting coaches on mymentor.life who are co-parents, who have found some success in co-parenting, who have learned, who have made some mistakes. So go to mymentor.life and search co-parenting. When you click on browse for coaches, then you click on filters and select the subject. And click on co-parenting. So I'm going to go on mymentor.life and I'm going to hit browse coaches. And then it'll say, you'll see pictures of coaches, but right above that, it'll say click to filter coaches. Where it say click to filter coaches, it'll say coaching medium. You'll see name, service, gender, coaching medium. That's audio or video. It'll say, no, here it goes, service. It'll say name, service, it's the service. You click on service, all right? And you go down and you click on co-parenting. And then you hit apply filter. And when you hit apply filter, you'll see our co-parenting coaches come up. So we got Erica, we got Rochelle, we got Nicole, we got Chris with a K, that's a woman. We got Shonda, we got Redrick, Ebony, Dr. Boyd. All right, Dr. Boyd, she's gonna throw that doctor on y'all now. We got Tonia or Tanya, it's spelled Tone A. Tonia, we got Misty, we got Caristy, we got Shantrisha. All right, who else we got? We got Teresa, Tammy, Cheryl, Winnie, Nashia, Carmen, Misha, and Beatrice. Well, it's the land of names, but y'all mama got real creative on these names now and the spelling of these names. That's us trying to get back to our African roots. Trying to give our American name some flavor. God bless you. God bless you. But I hate to see some of these names come across the desk with the supervisor. Nothing. Next. Hand me the next application. That's how they be judging us, boy. That's how they be judging me. Like, she sound like a headache. She sound like she gonna be in here. That's how they be judging us. That's how they be judging us. I don't know why my daddy named me Tony. Oh, because his name Tony. But, that's how, it's the world we live in. But listen, on my mentor, it's judge-free zone. So you can have your name could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And we still going to love you on mymentor.life. So that's how y'all work mymentor.life. If you're in a situation like this right here, don't just take what I'm saying and just, oh, this is a blanket statement. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do in my co-parenting situation. No, go work with a co-parenting coach who done walked through that co-parenting, who got some real life examples. Get their wisdom. If your budget say you could work with another coach, work with another coach, get their wisdom. Work with another coach, get their wisdom. Put it all together. Work with a male coach, work with a female coach. Put it all together. Get your knowledge. Wisdom is in a multitude of counsel. Get a multitude of counsel if it's affordable. If not, then you pray on this right here, what you're hearing. But at the end of the day, it's all about the protection of the child. So me personally, in a situation like this right here, what I'm going to do, if he in and out, I'm going to say you out. You out. And if you want to get in, go get the authority, the courthouse, to get a judgment on visitation. And when I'm in there, I'm going to tell the judge, be mindful, judge, when you do this visitation, that the reason why we here today is because I shut him out because of the trauma and the ups and downs it was putting on my child, because he would say I'm coming and not come. He would never call. He would never show up. And I'm not trying to raise a degenerate. I'm not trying to raise somebody who's going to be a menace to society, because the immature man is abusing their heart in spite of me. And I'm going to let the judge know that. And the judge going to talk about that now. And the judge going to talk about that. They're going to talk through some things. They're going to think through some things. And a lot of them don't care. But you might get one that care. Pray to God you get one that care. And they say, okay, listen, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you every other weekend. I'm going to require y'all to be back in 90 days. And you keep track of every weekend he came and every weekend he didn't come. See, all right, and come back in here, and then I'm going to have a final judgment. And so, boom. Hit man might not even show up. Sometimes men will do stuff, or women, co-parents will do stuff out of arrogance. They'll do stuff out of ignorance. They'll do stuff out of spite. And some parents do not think about what this is doing to the child. So the parent who has sole custody has to think about the child's heart and emotions and what this could be doing to that child. And that's where you come in and you protect. That's where you protect that. And you there. So understand that right there, okay? And don't step out of character. Never step out of character. Don't be yelling, cursing. Don't go off. Don't want to fight. Don't let him do anything. Call the police. You got to call the police. Go to court. You got to go to court. Put him on child support. Make sure I ain't read nothing about no child support. He need to be on child support, because be on the child support now, it's gonna guarantee him visitation. But if he's sending that money in, then that most likely he gonna want to come get his visiting hours. And if he doesn't come get his visiting hours, then look, you be everything for your daughter. And what I mean by that is, she go to school, whether she home learning right now, or they in the school, depending on where y'all at and how y'all dealing with this. Here's what we dealing with. But you create her a schedule. Put her in track and field. If not track and field, put her in volleyball. See what she like. Put her in basketball. Put her in gymnastics. Gymnastics 7 might be a little too late to start. I don't know now. Well, my niece started at 8. She pretty good. It's expensive now. But so if it's too costly, just find something she could do extracurricular that give her something to do. Put her in something. In these sports, a lot of them have financial aid. And so put her in something, get her active, give her something she could fall in love with. And you don't pick for your child, you put them in everything. So like right now, our 6-year-old, he'll be 7 in March. He did karate when the school offered that. He did, I think, was it robotics or chess or something like that? After school, whatever the school offer, we put him in that. And then outside of that, right now he's doing flag football, and he's playing baseball just ended, and he's playing soccer. So right now he in flag football and soccer, and baseball season just ended. So 3 sports. He decent at them, brand new to him, don't know what's going on. We show him a little bit, but we trying to see what he like. Right now it look like he kind of like all of them equally. So we're going to let him play him as long as we can balance it until he get to where he say, this the one I want to take serious, this one I'm going to play. Every single person watching this video, whether you in a relationship with your children or you out of a relationship with your children, get your children active. And people say, oh, that costs money. Okay, make the money then. Make the money. Do what you got to do to make the money. Don't just sit and be stuck with that job when I just told you about the YouTube course. It's people just like you who got on YouTube and they cook a different recipe every day. The dinner that you cooking for your child, because I talked to some women that cook 4 to 6 times a week. Put a camera on that and show. Look up my guy G Rich on YouTube. I bumped into the man and my son just mentioned to me. He said, "That's a guy named G Rich." I said, "I seen him, son. He run his is the letter G space Rich, RICA. He just crossed 100,000 followers. And he don't do nothing crazy or extra. You know, even the phone be blurry or the camera he be using, it be blurry. And at 100,000, his page monetized, he making money. He making money. He could be making $2,000-3,000. He could be making $7,000 to $10,000 a month right now from YouTube with his setup. And he's a home taught cook. He's like, you know, your mama or your grandma teacher. He just like that. And God bless you, G Rich. Hey, be faithful to your wife. Keep living right, doing the right thing now. But go and subscribe to his channel because it's free. And you'll see the recipes he cooking. It's 1,000 of y'all doing the same thing right now in y'all kitchen, but you not turning your camera on or having somebody hold your camera and show you when you doing what you do. Don't worry about how your stove look. Don't worry about how your house look. Like, hey, ain't nobody judging you. Like, get going, get started with it. Do what you got to do. You sow, do whatever. There's a lot of people that they talking about money and why they can't do for their kid. Make more money. Make more money. Take the little bit that you went and you splurged shopping. Take that and invest in a course so that you can learn how to be entrepreneurial outside of your job, so that you can take care of your kids. And y'all make sure you put your kids in something. Give them a life. Give them a life. Let them see stuff. Let them experience stuff, because that's gonna change their life. Don't just have your child going to school and coming home. Get your child active and get your child into something that they could fall in love with. You hear what I'm telling you? Your daughter could be the next Serena Williams. Your daughter could be the next Kamala Harris. Your daughter could be the first her. You see what I mean? She could be the first her that somebody want to be the next her. You see what I mean? Get them busy. Get them active. And you ain't got to just stress yourself out. You know, sitting there playing Uno all day or Monopoly all day. But they could have a life. And then with this other parent, you can listen, this is what I got to do. So what I'm about to do, Mommy and Me YouTube. And we finna vlog every day. We finna show our face routine, Mommy and Me, when we wash our face, when we brush our teeth. We just finna make us whatever channel. We turning this camera on, we sitting on this little camera tripod, and it's finna film us doing everything. And we uploading these videos, and this YouTube finna be our second stream of income. Our Mommy and Me talks that we have on the way to school, on the way to work, on the way to practice, this finna be our YouTube. Like, think outside the box. Don't be so stressed and bogged down and worried that you can't even be creative. That you can't be creative. Like, cast your cares on the Lord, and then you be creative so that you could see how you could build something. Because everything that I built, it's just my mind running free. It's just in the midst of stress, I create. In the midst of worry, I create. In the midst of doubt, I create. And I turn all of that into faith. And God blessed it to the tune of 7 figures in a year. God blessed it. And I couldn't see that. I don't have a degree. People say, Tony, who your mentor? I don't have a mentor. Nobody showed me how to do YouTube. I got on YouTube and search what I could search. How to get subscribers. That's why I'm teaching in this here course. It's pre-order right now. It's probably videos probably be done in about 30 days. So, but I'm shooting the course the same way I'm shooting this YouTube, just to show you how it's done. But I did not know. I did not know that you could get on YouTube and use your gift, whatever you like to do, or whatever you interested in, and make 6 figures or 7 figures. If they would have told me that, I would have been using my gift and been home with my family. I was running all around the world trying to earn money for my family, doing all these speaking engagements, getting $1,000 here, $2,000 there, $3,000 there. You know, doing all these speaking engagements, running all over the world, producing seminars, producing events. Ain't nobody tell me that if I just use my brain, instead of working one-on-one, I could create an academy. Lord dropped that in my spirit in a moment of creativity when I created Tony Gaskins Academy. Now that academy have over 30,000 students. It's single mothers who create online academies. And my next course going to be teaching you how to create a course. That's another thing I do. Everything I learn, I teach. It's a whole lot that you know that you're not teaching. Somebody will pay you for your knowledge. That's why I created mymentor.life, so people who got a passion and they want to help somebody else could get paid for their time, for their value, for their knowledge. Because that's the world we live in. It's an exchange of hands. Hey, I'm going to pay you for what you do. You pay me for what I do. One hand wash the other. Instead of being jealous of somebody who earning a living using their gifts, instead of calling somebody a scammer and all of this and getting mad with them, get creative and use your gifts to earn a living. You see what I mean? And so this for the single parents. I went longer than I was supposed to go, but this for the single parents. Listen, stop making excuse about being broke and get busy. Don't let an excuse come out your mouth in the comments, in your mind, in your journal. Let a solution come out your mouth. What you gonna do about it? Because you're not getting younger and ain't nobody coming to save you. So what are you gonna do about your situation? Get creative and stop being scared. Make you a plate. Start selling them plates every Friday. You like to do shirts. You done got you a vinyl machine. Start selling t-shirts. You like to sew. Start sewing stuff and selling it on your job. Selling it in your apartment complex. In your neighborhood. You hear me? Get creative. Go on Alibaba.com. That's ALIBABA.com. That's Alibaba. That's over there in Asia now. You get on there and you buy what you like wholesale. Just search it. Keychains, custom keychain. You'll see them come up for $1 a piece. You get that $1 a piece. You go to the mall and you get that little box of keychain that you paid $1 for. Everybody would afford. You go up, hey, do you want this keychain for $5? It's a custom keychain. Me and my daughter, we fundraising. Yeah, cause why are you raising funds for your household? We fundraising for a keychain, $5. You got on Alibaba for $1 a keychain. You see what I'm saying? Now, you getting the 500% return. So, and people looking at you like, what? Huh? You say, well, yeah, 1 week we sold 1,000 Ford keychains. It cost me $1,000, but we went to every mall in the city, and everybody who had a Ford, when they walked to their car, we sold them $5. We sold them $5. You don't have cash? We have Cash App. We have Venmo. Okay, all right, no thank. All right, some people gonna tell you no. All right, now you hit 1,000 sold for $5. That's $5,000. You see what I'm saying? That's how I started to think. Cause I said I got kids to take care of and I don't have a college degree. What I'm finna do? Come on now, it's out here now. So listen, you are enough. You enough. Stop depending on that other parent if they don't want to be there and they don't want to be consistent. And you be everything. Be everything. Yeah, you ain't signed up for that. But that's the hand life done dealt you. So you got to play it. You got to play it. You hear me? And sometimes in life, you know, you playing a hand and you can have a bad hand and your bad hand turn into a good hand. Because you kept a straight face and ain't nobody know you had no bad hand. So now everybody folding. And now you the only one left standing and you win. You know what I'm telling you? Listen to me now. Get it in your spirit. Hey, y'all, forgive me. Forgive me for having a little break today in this here video. You know, I apologize. Hopefully I ain't waste your time. Hopefully you just fast forward through it. If you watched through it the whole time and was staring at the thing, man, hopefully you go book your coach. I'm not available on my mentor right now. All my hours on there that's available is booked up. But so for me, I'm just doing VIP sessions right now, and which is, you know, double the cost of a regular session. So, you know, it's not something that you should do unless it's absolute you need it. Other than that, we got several other coaches. Any coach will be good because they're working with their heart and they listening to you. They're asking you great questions and they helping you solve this problem. It ain't about the coach being a guru, because that's not what a coach is. Coach is a supporter. You got the answers already. You might just need the right questions to bring them answers out of you. Hey, this is Tony Gaston. God bless you. We'll talk soon.